Okay, a lot of you have been asking about strumming patterns on pretty much all my tutorials. I don't believe in memorizing strumming patterns, so I am going to try to teach you to learn them yourself, because I think it's a waste of time to memorize strumming patterns. I think you should play with the rhythm of the music as you hear it. So I'm gonna use the same chords over and over right now, and I'm just gonna do different strumming patterns, and eventually I'm going to move my camera so you can't see my right hand, and you're going to try to play along with the rhythm that you hear. So you don't need to ask for strumming patterns anymore from me or from anyone else, and you'll be a better guitar player. Okay, so the chords I'm going to use are G, C, D, G, and then just so it doesn't get boring, I'll also do E minor, C, D, G. So all together it's just going to be this, and no matter what rhythm I'm doing, I'm switching the chords at the same times and doing them in the same order. So play along with me. It's going to be G, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, G, and it's going to be that in a loop. So for now, while you can see my right hand, let me just do a couple different strumming patterns. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the strings on both the down and the up. I'm going to play at the same tempo as I was just playing, but watch the movement of my hand. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to play a different pattern, but watch the movement of my hand. In fact, look at the time that first part started. I'll look it up later and I'll post it on the comment bar, or the sidebar rather. And look at the time I start to play this one, and I want you to mute the screen. I want you to mute your speakers and watch my hand on both times. And you'll see that you're doing the exact same thing. All that's different is I'll miss on purpose sometimes on a down or an up stroke, but I'm not just doing that for different rhythms. I know that doesn't make sense right now, but just watch. So I'll do this. The movement of my right hand does not change one bit between those two. Let's do another one. Once again, it's the same exact movement of my hand. I'm always just doing that rhythm. Except instead of hitting the strings every single time, I just don't play them sometimes. I purposely lift my hand and just don't hit the strings. So let me move my thing now. The first thing you should do is watch those three rhythms I just did on mute, and you'll see that my hand never strays from just going like this. That's the key to playing rhythm. Alright, so let me get this out of the picture. Excuse me. Alright, here comes the challenge. It's going to be the same chord pattern. So you're going to try to play along. Ready? I'm just doing these on the fly, so I apologize if they're boring. But here's a pattern. Try to play that along with me. All all you have to do is move your hand the same exact way as we were just doing it on the first 3 rhythms. You just have to hit the strings at different times. But the point is, the pattern, like the actual right hand, the movement is the same. You just have to do the strings at different times. And the best way to do that is not to memorize patterns, it's to listen to the music and be a musician, not a robot. No offense, but you know, hopefully you don't take offense. So, let's do another one. Here we go. Try to play that. Play it back. Let's do another one. And once again, I'm doing these purely off the top of my head. I realize I'm not being very creative right now, so I apologize for that. But here we go. I don't know what else to say on the whole strumming pattern thing. That's how I do it, and that's how I feel like is the best way. I apologize if I'm coming off feeling, rather, if I'm coming off sounding, I don't know, whatever I may be sounding like. But I really think that you should not memorize strumming patterns. It's not a good way to learn. A better way to learn is to listen and to be able to feel the music. So, you know, if you can do what you just did with me, if you did that, go back on whatever video you were asking about the strumming pattern and just do the rhythm, you know, do it straight up. Whatever the rhythm is, don't try to play the song. Just whatever the tempo is, just get your hand moving to the tempo. And then, once you are used to the chords and changing through the chords, it's just a matter of... Once again, these rhythms are boring, but I mean, they're not a whole lot less complicated, and in fact, they're just as complicated as most of the songs I've done tutorials for. So if you can do this, you can play along with the other tutorials. I hope this helps, and I'll try to put up a new song soon. I'm listening for requests, so you know, I'll talk to you next time.